Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be deep in the Green Tower of Doom, and probably doing Wild Court. Definitely. What up, Joe? How's it going? Let's see. So, what's on the adventure board? Ooh, purple deeds. Everybody needs those, no matter who you are. Nobody has every single purple kingdom to 30. So, or 20 even, whatever. Definitely need those. Make sure you get them. And then, dungeon. Let's go fail that real fast. Spike trap, I failed it. Let's go check the, this right here, because in case it says complete a dungeon run, I don't want to go do it like I usually do and just reveal everything, because I'm not going to do it. Well, if the task thing here makes me do it, I have to play it normally like a normal person. I'm alright, Joe. You know, not on top of the world, but not under the dirt. Somewhere in the middle. I'm standing on two feet, walking around. You know, living this life. Alright, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Back to this. So, we got the task up here. So we have to do the dungeon. So I guess I'll do it. I'll show you how to normally do it. For me, I just reveal everything, see if I got it perfect, and I move on with my day. I don't do the battles. But I got a spike trap. That means I'm going to be stunned. Livewire's here. Florian's here. Alright, we got Diamantina. We're supposed to fight that right now, so we don't get any more traps before. Let's go. Yeah, we could use this team. I feel like I show that team every single time, though. Let's do something different. What should we do? Let's find something interesting that doesn't need traits. We got Diamantina, we got Phoenicia, we got Red Guild Wars. Pycea. What's this one? I never changed the name. Scorpius Shirali. Fully auto, that's for... I haven't done, like, a lot of autoplay. When it first came out, I was, like, all over it. That's kind of like everything else, though. Like, a new mythic will come out, and people will be like, oh, it's the best ever. Then you won't see it in, like, 2 months. I feel like autoplay, people are all over that at first. Some people are still doing it, and shout out to them. It's a good thing to do when you can't play. I just totally stopped doing it. I need to get back on it, just like I need to get back on doing tributes every hour. It's like you got to think about the game when you're not playing the game, to think about autoplay and to think about tributes. Two things you got to... You're not playing the game, and you still got to think about the game all day. If you want to play it to perfection. How do you make names green and other colors? I have a video on it. I don't really know. I looked it up for the video, and then I probably forgot. We could click on one. Maybe it'll show me. Like this red one. Like I didn't remember. Okay, so that's to make it red. EA0000. You put it in brackets, and then you just type whatever you want it to say. So if you want to make it red... There's different codes for different colors. You have to look it up. There's no way I can tell you exactly what each code is. So it's EA0000 if you want to make it red. Put it in brackets, and then you write whatever you want after that. I'm not going to change it because I don't want to redo it. I made a whole video about it, though. It's like, I forget what it's called. It's like top, like 3 more secrets or something. It's a secret. Gems of War secrets. I think that's what I called it. I didn't call it, like, text colors. So it's probably hard to find, so I get it. But, it's something like Gems of War secrets. I did a Gems of War secrets video, and then I did a part 2, and I think it's on the part 2, not the part 1. Let me show you the other one. I think I got, like, a purple one. I guess it's up top. I made a bunch of them for the video, though. You could put, like, I think you could put emojis in there and stuff, too. The video will tell you. So for purple, I think that's right. 6F00D2. Maybe. You could try it. I mean, it made mine purple, so it should make yours purple. It's probably like a shade of purple. That's why there's... Let's see if I have any more. Oh, I got blue. If you want to make your teams have colors, this is what you do. Blue is 0, well, some sort of blue. I think there's many different shades, so you could pick your own shade if you look up all the codes, but 000093 is blue, some sort of blue. Then I got this mythic color. It's a good question. I like that question. Nobody's asked that before. And that's the, like, mythic color, the light blue. 00FFFF. In brackets. And there's many other colors. I just chose those for whatever reason to show the video. Like, I didn't really get into it where I started changing every single team, but just to make the video, I made like 4 or 5, 6 different teams, different colors. I think I even did. I think you could do emojis. I'm not 100. Like, I have a skull. The skull waterfall team is. Here we go. You're supposed to be able. I guess you can't do it for team names, but if you do, if you do skull in those, it should put a skull like emoji, but it doesn't work for team names. It works in like chat, I think. You could do a skull emoji in chat if you do that. I tried it for a team name and it didn't work. Because I wanted to put a skull for my skull waterfall team. But it didn't work. Alright, what should we use? King of Ravens. I kind of want to use this. Alright, let me get into the chat here. Man, my headphones are loud. Loading up the chat. Live chat. Alright, we got Joe, we got Florian, we got Live Wire, we got Dr. Mopsista, Mike D. Alright, we'll see you, Mike, or Joe. Unless you're just doing emojis because of, it's all good. Let me get everything set up in the background now. We'll do this dungeon only because we got to do the tasks. I really got to go quick today. I don't know if I'm feeling it today, y'all, so I might not stream super long. But let me get everything set up first, and we'll decide from there. This is the dungeon I'm doing, only because it's in the task. King of the Ravens is a new troop that I just got. It was the last troop I needed, other than the Horde Mimic Mythic that I can get, actually. Like, there's the Dread Captain Grimm and the Hanged Man. Can't get those either, but of the troops I can actually get, I have every single one of them except for Horde Mimic Mythic. And I have been doing a boss chest every day. It's just to, like, start to get into it. I don't feel like I'm going to get the Horde Mimic Mythic off of one boss chest a day. I'm going to eventually increase that to multiples. 3, 5, something like that. Remember to hit a like. Let's get some people in here. Would appreciate it. Helps a lot. And it's free. Hey, Tim. What's up, Tim? I mean, through Mike. Alright, let's go. Man, my headphones are still loud. I turned them down, too. Like, before the stream. Alright, let's go. Boreal Crystal. Oh, this is that purple Guild Wars team that, Ali gave me. I think I only changed it slightly. And it worked really good. I went 5-0, I think. It's probably not the fastest thing in the world, but definitely worked for Guild Wars. Because it drains the enemy so many times in a row. You can never get anything off on you. It's like a defensive team. It's not made for like this stuff. But it will work. Dungeon. It's a team that's not, I guess if we're stunned, The King of the Ravens won't put as many spirit gems on the board, though. King Mongo. Let's go. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying. Joe said hi. Asked how I was doing. Florian, hello. Livewire, hello. Dr. Mop, listening while adulting. Do I know Crisp Purpose? Yeah. I knew him before he made a channel. Not like on a personal basis. He used to come to my stuff. It's kind of like similar to me and Tacet. But not really, because I don't think Crisp considers me like yeah. I can't say how he feels about me, but I used to watch Tacet for about a year before I actually made a channel. And Crisp kind of did that. He watched Tacet and me before he made a channel. So I definitely know. He used to come into my streams and everything, and eventually he made a channel, and yeah. Now he's on my featured channels as one that I promote. Probably one of only 2 channels I would promote. I know that hurts some people's feelings. I just don't. Yeah, I can have my own opinion here. Don't get mad. What are we doing? We need like purple, blue, green, I guess. Gotta get going here. Morning, Efley. How's it going? We're doing the dungeon because the task, the XP booster task asked me to. Otherwise, I would not be doing this. And I'm using a pretty slow team, unfortunately. It's made for Guild Wars. Just to use something different. Because I've been using the same team over and over and over. I probably should switch the class, because it's Elementalist because of Guild Wars. I could make it faster by switching the class. Switch it to, like, I don't know. Why'd I do that? Could do this. Come on, Zulgoth, where you at, buddy? Stacy's here. Appreciate that. We're gonna be doing a Gems of War After Dark, like, next weekend. It's just, it's kind of like a chatathon, but no expectation. Like the normal every other month chatathon, I kind of expect to help keep the channel going. But the After Dark that is every other month is more of like a let's do a stream at a different time, like at nighttime, to see if other people can come to the stream that can't come to the morning ones. And then I've kind of turned it into like a hyper chatathon where, like, if you want it to, it could go super late at night and be freaky. But most of the time, I make it too hard. Because I don't like staying up late, and I get crazy. And you don't want to be there at 3 a.m. with me, because I'll start saying crazy things. Think I'm crazy now. Picture me at 3 a.m. when I'm tired. We've never made it there, because I kind of rig it so we can't. I make it impossible. That way it's only like 2 hours long or 3 hours long or something. But you could, I guess. I lay out the rules beforehand. I don't just change them on the fly, so it could happen. But I won't cry in my cereal or anything if it only goes like an hour or 2. Alright, let's finish this up. Let's just keep going with the same team since we already started with it. We're going to be doing Super Deep Tower of Doom very shortly and finishing up the Wild Court. Kind of got distracted by the dungeon. Adventure board is good too, by the way, so make sure you check that out. Blue Deeds, I know it's not exciting, but it is something you need. It's exciting to some people. I don't think everybody gets excited about purple deeds like they should. They're very rare. You need a lot of them. There's nowhere you can just go and get them. You could do Merchants and Angels and try. That'd be the best case scenario. Keep fighting really tanky tanks over there, so our skulls aren't doing what they normally would do, and that's why it's taking so long here. Normally that first slot would be dead 3 hits ago. There's really tanky enemies in this dungeon. I'm having to one-shot everything. Come on now. Let's go, come on. Probably should have took the skulls, but we got Zul'Goth, which is way better. We'll instant kill, let's go. Bang. Alright, done with dungeon. Only took 16 minutes. Curse trap. Alright. By the way, the vault event is next weekend, so if you still have some vault keys to open, you might want to start today. You got 5 days to do it. So divide it by 5 and open that many every day. You don't have to do that. It's just like a thing that helps you to do better in the vault event. If you have 0 vault keys, it's going to like put your back against the wall, put you into a corner, and make you want to go harder in the vault event. If you walk into the vault event with 200 vault keys or 500 vault keys or 1,000 vault keys, you're not going to go as hard. You're just going to be like, oh, well, I still got 1,000 of them to open. I mean, I'll get 200, I guess. I'll add them to the 1,000. Or I got 200 already. I guess I'll just get like 250 or 300, make it an even 5. Like, that's what you'll start telling yourself when it's Saturday night or Sunday morning and you only have like 100 or something. You're like, oh, well, I already got this many. It's just like you won't even realize you're doing it. So to get yourself down to 0 vault keys before a vault event will make you go that little bit much harder, I would say. Depending on who you are. I mean, for some people. Okay, let's get into the real meat and potatoes of the stream. Tower of Doom, let's see where we're at. We were not close. We were on like 14. We were kind of... Somebody might have went crazy last night. Ooh, it's super close. We might be able to be the ones. We would have to do 8 dooms. I don't think we're going to be able to do that, but we can definitely help. We're super close. It's Sunday, though. We usually get this done before Sunday. What up, not DEA? It's probably not how you're supposed to say it, but that's what it seems like. I am not in love with the coca. Please go away. Just kidding. Just kidding. Floor 30. I gotta look that up. 2, no. 3, yes. 4, yes. 5, yes. Wow. And this is getting really hard, too. Like, I lost a battle. I lost a Valraven and I lost a battle. Just to be completely honest with y'all. This Tower of Doom, like I just said, I always repeat myself. Okay, so floor 30. Really, all of them are decent, but I don't take power. So I'm going to go 3, 4, 5. And what's our medals? Because we're going to have every advantage. Not that. Is that Christian? Welcome back, man. I was kind of thinking about you. Not really, you know, like copy. The other day, like 2 or 3 years ago, if you looked at like the stream, like who was there, it'd probably be a completely different list of people, and you were one of them, so. Anyway. Let's go. So I had to turn on Elementalist. So if you watched my Tower of Doom video, those teams work if you're gonna only go to like 25 or something, or 20 or whatever. But you always gotta like check in with me later on in the week on my live streams to see if I changed anything. I moved the ring to the first slot because I need it for a damage sponge. Marilith was dying way too fast. This deep. Like once I hit 26-ish, around there, that's when she just was dying way too quick. So I switched the ring to first slot to be a damage sponge. Like I'll get it up and not cast it type of stuff. I switched to Elementalist as my class to help tangle them up, all that business. And then I added Arachnian Weaver because Scourge of Honor was just taking way too long by itself. And I think I had Sycorax. Which, Sycorax is better in a loopy team with, like, I would have to cast Scourge of Honor, then I would lose my turn. So, Sycorax wasn't really doing what it was supposed to be doing. With the Sycorax team, you're just hoping to loop and loop and loop and loop and loop. And then use something like Queen Beatrix or something else that will loop, like Mistralis, and go back to looping with the Sycorax. That's what you do with Sycorax. So I was not using it properly. So now I'm doing this. Let's go. Over-explaining. Yeah, I didn't even see what he was saying. You delete those previews? I don't know what you're saying, man. Anyway. You hate Gems of War? That's funny. Alright, anyway, let's, red would be great right now. But if we have to, we can get green going. Maybe purple and then hope for a brown. We got a Bow Raven. We need to be doing our thing. Okay, we can't cast the Raktian Weaver until later in the battle, so it just has to... Unless we have to. I don't want to give them skulls or anything, so I gotta be careful here. 1, 2, 3, that would be good. Or nope. Ah, come on. Alright, Marilith will get everybody up. You just gotta keep doing that. There's probably other teams out there that will instant kill and stuff, but... You can't instant kill the Doom. Which isn't a problem when you have High King Irongut, like absorbing all of their stats, and then he can hit the Doom with skulls, but we don't have High King Irongut, so... Alright, Marilith again. Ouch again. Scourge again. Marilith again. Scourge again. And now we can do Raktian Weaver, which will bring in a summon too, like 75% of the time. 75% chance to summon a web spinner when an enemy dies. 82 damage is all we need. True damage. There's the web spinner. So that's what's going to help you win. The fact that you can summon in a web spinner. And we're doing true damage with both of these troops. We're not bringing in something weird that doesn't also do true damage. We're knocking them down to the range of the Raktian Weaver. Then we're going to kill with the Raktian Weaver and summon in a web spinner. Who can then do heavy skull damage. And also cast and make a bunch of green. Our whole team is green. I think it's a good idea. Should have did this, probably. But we win. The Doom battle's the one that's hard, though. It's like Gloomleaf. Chad, thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate it, man. Running out there. Trey, close behind with the gifted. Anthony, cool. Joe is back. We got a fireball scroll there. That's like a free turn. You can wipe out a room, any room you want. So we're doing 4 now. We could use that right now. It would be kind of beneficial because we're just doing what we can do. We probably should wait till 5 though. 5's going to be hard. And we really should probably wait till the next floor or 2 floors from now, but I'll probably just use it because I don't know. I had to use this on, I think yesterday. I had to start doing some of these just to get through it. So it gets hard. Until I changed my team. Once I changed my team, I was fine. But before I changed my team, I did this a couple times. Wasted some sigils, but I got through it. It's always an option, though. I feel like people don't remember that option. Like, it gets too hard, and they're like, I can't do it. Well, you can always do this. Increase your stats by 200%. Like, if it's between, like, you not doing it not getting another point or just quitting and not trying anymore, might as well do this. It should be your last option, but it's an option. Nobody else really shows this, but you can do this, especially if you're a beginner and you're just trying to do your share. Treat every sigil like it's like a half a sigil or something, and always do this one. Or just like, I can't do anything unless I do this one. Like, well, if you have to, you get 4 turns a day. You could do this like almost every day. There's no excuse to like do no battles. You should be able to do at least 1 battle a day, no matter who you are, by doing this right here. 200% to all skills. That's why if a person is doing 0 in your guild, there's no reason, unless they're on vacation or have a like IRL reason, or you told them like, hey, you're super low level, just get all your kingdoms done. Like, unless you have an agreement where they said something beforehand. If they're doing 0, there's no, oh, I can't do it because of my stats. Well, you could do this, and you'll be fine. So that's not a good excuse. Let's see if we can do this. It's super hard. Hopefully the, I'm sorry if the audio's been bad. I got the stupid cord in. That'd be my fault. I took it out now, though, so it should be better in a second. Sometimes it takes a minute to get better, though. Sometimes it does it, and sometimes it doesn't do it. That's why I don't know 100% if that's the problem. The Wi-Fi signal is definitely a thing, and then the cord being plugged in is a thing, but it's not always a thing. All right, we got purple and yellow. Which one do we want more? Let's try to get purple and then get yellow after. Brown. Big brown, flush it down. Okay, we got Scourge, but they got Skulls. I don't like that. Sometimes I'll just reset the board with Marilith if I don't like... I could do this, though. I was hoping it would mess that up. Like, sometimes you would just have to take Skulls or else you're going to die. Or you have to reset the board with the Marilith. Are we going to keep doing this? Just back to back. Don't cast Arachnean Weaver until it's in range to kill. 82 for me. Here's Skulls again. Dang. Drain my Scourge. And this. Got a kill. Just under, 85 and 82. Here we go. And you could save that if you want, just in case, for a summon. But it is a 75% chance, so you might not get it. So I'd just go with the win if you can get the win. I think I'm just going to go for the true damage. The Skull would have did nothing but hit their armor, so... Kenji! You beat Faction Assault, level 220, thanks to your team. Alright, good job. I always like to hear that. Confirmation. I've been making teams for 6 years, so usually I'm pretty confident in them, but it's nice to hear. And you do gotta change them sometimes, just remember that. A team I make on Monday at 4 a.m. may not work on Sunday at freaking midnight. I can't predict the future. I try, though. Like with the Epic Trial teams, I'm pretty good at knowing what's the strategy. Alright, we gotta go here, but we're gonna use our scroll, because it's a 5 room. Why not? Got a luck scroll. Eight more, that's it. We're about to get 2, I hope. Gloomleaf is pretty tough. Right here. If you're using like a skull spam team, he does reflect 50% of skull damage. And that really hurts. So I try not to take skulls against this thing. I guess you could stun it. Maybe. It says impervious. Yeah, it's impervious. You'd have to curse stun it. Red, green. Don't want skulls. We might have to, though, or otherwise they're going to hit us with skulls. Which is worse. If I hit them with skulls, I'm only going to take like 40 damage. If they hit me with skulls, I'm going to take at least 100 something. Green and red. Man, this gives them skulls. It's hard not to take skulls. Or to let them take skulls. If I do this, they get skulls. If I do this, I get brown and I get skulls, which I think is a little bit better. Just don't want to take too many more. We got Scourge. That stupid Gloom Leaf. Unless you, like, specifically address the Gloom Leaf. Somehow. You gotta work around it. See, now he's entangled and stuff. Like, that might be a little bit better. Stunned and everything, so I can hit him with skulls and he won't do reflect. But I don't need to take skulls because I'm doing true damage and they're entangled anyway, so I should probably do this. Then this. Then this. Then this. Let's go back and forth, till you knock them into range for your Acting Weaver. There we go. So, you know, it works. I don't think anything's going to do this super fast, this deep. 2 Dooms defeated. Got 3 sigils left. Two more. We could get the winning. I got my dogs barking and stuff. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm going to mute up. Alright, I think we're good. Floor 31. What do we got here? 2, 3, 4. And there two of them are haste, though. I guess that would give me more turns, potentially, so I should probably do it. 2, 3, and 4. We're on floor 31. You won't ever see me do this previous to when they put the shiny keys into the rewards, because there was no reason before this to go any higher than 25. But nowadays, you have to for the shiny keys. We might not have to, like the rewards. If one more person gets... But I'll do it here if I can. Somebody else might be going right now, too. They scouted all the way to floor, like, 75 almost. We need to get some people in the guild to be doing more. I don't normally say that stuff. I just keep to myself and just... With these shiny keys, man. Like, I know before I would do... You know, I'd be like 20th in the guild, or... I would make sure I wasn't in the bottom of the guild. I was so busy with the channel and stuff, like I could never go super hard in any event. But I would always do my share, and it'd be at least 20th or above. And, unless they finished it real quick and I was at the bottom and I hadn't... You know, sometimes. But, nowadays, with all the extra rewards, and it takes extra effort, and you gotta do a little bit more. And you hope that everybody would do that, but... Marilith. We got a Valraven. And then Scourge. I really need to play freaking Elden Ring. It's been so long. It's kind of bothering me. So I didn't give up on that game or anything. I could see a narrative out there that it was too hard and I gave up or something, but just time issue. I guess no one would say that if they actually watched, because I never ran up against a wall or anything. I feel like I finished every single From Software game I ever played, and here I am. Haven't played it in months. Right in the middle of a playthrough. And some of those videos got some views, too. Like, I know how to get views on other games sometimes. Like, it doesn't always work. Like, the EverQuest video right now, the newest one, has more views than any other Gems of War video that we put out in, like, the last 3 or 4 days. Normally, that's not the case. But if I, like, try on a different game, I can get views. They just don't support me like you guys do, so... let's do Scourge. Let's do Marilith. By the way, Trey, if you're there, I got level 20. I don't think it matters, but I'm in Dagner's Cauldron and I got level 20. No, I went to Felwith to get my spells, but my spells were crap. There was like nothing good. It was annoying. Should probably just do Scourge again. Oh well. I wish Scourge was like scatter damage, so he hits harder when there's less enemies. That'd be cool. It's the same thing no matter what, though. So now we got 4 left. Do we need to go? No, we don't. This is exactly why you should be in like a top 25 guild. That should always be your goal. You should never stop until you get up there. That should be everybody's goal. Eventually. Unless your top 50 guild gets all rewards, and then go for it. But I know that's a hard topic. Just want the best for y'all. So if you're happy where you're at with your buddies and stuff, like whatever's fun for you, it's a video game. So just if you want to play the best and get the best out of the game, you have to keep going up to higher level guilds. Until you get in the top 25. Then you can stop and find your, like, happy buddy guild. Wait till you get in the top 25 to find your friends. 'Cause then you won't have to worry about it. You could stay there forever. Anyway, I was going to look at, just real quick. Daz, killing it. Downtown, like always. Twisted. Crushing. There's Cookie in the top 10. There I am, right in the middle. Should we go to the bottom? Nah, let's not call people out. That's a private thing. We should take care of that behind the scenes. Hey, Dr. Mopsista, with the, joining up. Thank you so much. You are now a sinner and one with the choir. We must pray. That's great, because I lost a couple of, Tier 3 members. I barely have any now. There's a couple of you out there. But there's also people that have multiple memberships that kind of count towards a Tier 3. So it's more than yeah. There's probably still like 5 people in total. I should probably look at my moderators, too. I need to... If people are like never going to come back, I should probably unmod them. Alright, so that was Tower of Doom. We're done. We got all rewards, and we helped. It was shake and bake. Let's do this. I'm on 180, so we're kind of close. Not as close as I would like on a Sunday, but not terrible. Doing double Tesla. It's cool because you can level up whatever class. Definitely prefer that you use a 50% start class if you need to level one up, but I am leveling Assassin. I'm so close. I'm on like 99 or something. Yep, literally. Once I get to 100, I don't have to worry about it anymore, and I can move on to the next one. Which I still have a couple to do. I love the way I did this, because I always have something to do. I hate when I'm doing... I could see where a person would be doing an event, and they have, like, no reason to be doing it. But I can always use class experience as a reason to make myself, like, motivate myself to do something. That's why I recommend doing things the way I say to do them. It's kind of got all the way around motivation tied into it. Just the best way to do things type of deal. And if you want to go off and do stuff your own way, that's fine, but you're going to have trouble in certain situations. That's all I'm saying. Like, alright, let's go. Should probably have guard medals on. Let's go. Oh, Sana, yeah, I was talking to her yesterday, so... Definitely not talking about her. I just made her a moderator on the Discord. I don't want to, like, say name. I would never, like... If somebody decided to not be a member anymore, I will never say your name. Like, I might mention that I have less Tier 3 members, and people could figure it out, maybe, but I will never... That's the whole deal we make. That's like the handshake agreement. If you become a member, I'm never going to call you out if you are no longer a member. Definitely not by name or anything. I feel like that's the handshake agreement we have. I would never be like, this guy, what a a-hole, he stopped being a member. I would never say that. If you have to do it, you have to do it. It's normal. I have to do it too. Like, people be saving up for Christmas. People be only be casually watching. Don't, yeah, whatever. Ooh, I just hit 100 on live stream. That's sweet. Now you can see how I pick the next one. It might be a little bit boring because it does take me a minute, but and I can't change it yet because I'm locked in here. But so we'll go ahead, finish up. But you can see how I would pick my next class. It does have to do with kingdom level and power. That's because I'm super deep. I'm level 1500 with no Death Knight armor. I have every single troop in the game. That's not something you should worry about mid-game. I still might do Puzzle Quest 3, y'all. I'm not sure. I just gotta have time for it. I heard it's a type of game you can, like, finish. We need to find another Match 3 RPG. Maybe I could be the Match 3 RPG channel. That's what everybody's playing. If you play Gems of War, you're playing a Match 3 RPG. You might like another one. Alright, Chad, have a good one, man. Yeah, slap that like button. Finger the thumb. Let's go. Sometimes I like to get up both Teslas before I even cast one. Depends, like, do you know you're gonna one-shot? Yes or no? If you know you won't one-shot, you might as well get them both up. Watch yourself. 1.2, 1.35. That's what I'm looking at. I always do that. I don't know if it matters too much, but I always pick the higher treasure multiplier, depending on what level the room is, actually. It's annoying and complicated and doesn't really matter, so don't worry about it. Just do whatever you want. Just hit all the rooms. Don't rush it unless you're going to 500. If you're just trying to get all rewards, make sure you hit every single room because you'll have a higher chance of hitting Val Ravens. But don't, but you can rush it if you're just going to 500 and you bought a ton of sigils and power potions and stuff. If you have enough turns, and you know you do, you can rush it. Oops. Oh well, we got enchant. It's fine. Lots of skulls, though. This might suck. If we get hit too hard, we're going to lose a troop. There we go. Yeah, have a good day at work, man. Sucks you got to work on Sunday morning. I don't think I've ever worked on a Sunday morning. Maybe, back in the day. I mean, I do, like, right now, kind of. And, like, if I get off of here, I might work. But I got my own thing. I can work whenever I want type of deal. So I pretty much work every single day. I like to go somewhere and clock in. I've never had to do that on a Sunday. At least I don't think so. Tesla win. I think this is going to work all the way to all rewards. If you got to go to 500, it might take 3 or 4 shots eventually. You'll just have to adjust. You need pure faction team? Okay, I'll show it to you. Maybe we'll just go down to Wild Court and do it down there, so we don't have to screw up our event. Let me finish this out though, or whatever. You're here right now. You're asking right now. Let's go do it. Since you're here and asking, let's go. This is what I used. Pure Faction's not as firm and solid. Like, it's a little bit loosey-goosey. You can do whatever you want, but this guy is the main thing that's going to win the thing for you. So as long as you have 1 or 2 of this guy on your team in first slot, you should be okay. It's not as easy as people make it sound, though. I feel like it got harder somehow. Or maybe your horde level needs to be up a little bit. Like, I'm only on 1... Ooh, why am I on 123? That's a weird... Maybe I was going to 133 and I forgot. Never want to be on not a soft cap. What the heck? $133. Let's get that extra magic and potion. I just did that when I already have it done too, so that's kind of a waste, but that's annoying to me that I did not have it on a soft cap. I don't know why I did that. I must have got distracted. See how my magic goes up by 2? It's a soft cap. Same time I get a potion, pretty much. Potion popping up right before I get 2 magic. That's a soft cap. Anything above that is, like, not worth it until you get to 155. See, potion pops up. I was going to do a video on this, but I know it'll get no views, so I don't have too much motivation. I know it'll help people, especially smart people. I just don't have that much motivation to make the video because I know it'll get like 300 views or something. But potion pops up. 2 magic. It's a soft cap. 155. You can go higher if you need to. Even though this faction uses the Wild Knight, who isn't really using magic, but it's just a good practice. I could try it. I don't know if I'm going to win. It's not always easy to do a level 500 pure faction, but this is the team I used. Explodes a gem, gains life and attack, boosted by green gems destroyed, gain barrier. Just get as many green gems as you can. Drain up to 12 mana from an enemy, create red gems equal to the mana drained. It's just like draining the enemy team. Getting red for red cap, which isn't really doing too much for you. It's more of like the Wild Knight is doing the skull damage. Just to have something different instead of 4 Wild Knights. True damage. You can start from the bottom and go up. Like the Wild Knight's going to be hitting stuff with skulls from the top down. You could do red cap from the bottom up, maybe kill one thing. And you could fairy fire somehow. Get them hunters marked. Fairy fire, then you'll hit harder with your true damage. This is what I did anyway. The banner is double brown, green minus blue. We use no blue. We're going all in on the Wild Knight. There might be a better banner for the complete team, but since we're going in all in on the Wild Knight, I just went double brown, green minus blue. Class doesn't matter because we don't have hero. If I was going to use, probably go... I guess I'd go seasons. Probably all seasons. Because Anu... I don't like Anu on, like, difficult, long battles. I feel like it doesn't help too much to get up... To get a little bit of mana at the start of the battle. I'd rather have more stats for the entire battle than to get a little bit of mana for a really long, slow battle at just the beginning. It only helps you at the very beginning. Like, the Medal of Anu... 20% mana at the start of battle, and then it does nothing for the rest of the battle. That's helpful in like Guild Wars or if you're one-shotting, but it's not helpful in really long battles like Epic Trials or level 500 pure faction. You should never use an anti-metal, in my opinion, for really difficult high-level battles that are going to take a while. I'd rather have those stats for the entire battle than 20% mana at the start of battle, and that's it, and it does nothing. Or even Orpheus would be better, because you have a higher chance of cleansing for the entire battle instead of something that only happens at the start of battle and then does nothing. I could try to, we'll run, I don't know if I'm going to do all the battles here, but just to demonstrate. This is a topic people want to see right now. There are probably a bunch of people doing this right now. You always want to take skulls because you don't want to get hit by them. And we're trying to get up the Wild Knight, mostly focusing on that. But we gotta take these skulls. We got Hunter's Mark right now. Like, if we got hit by a skull, we would get crushed. Alright, here we go. So, Wild Knight. We're going to gain life and attack, boosted by green gems, and gain barrier. We got 4 green right here, and a skull. We could catch the skull, too. So we do, like, right here. Get rid of those skulls. Catch as many green as you can. That's the highest priority. But if you can catch a skull, too, why not? Alright, we see their red cap. Can we target it, though? Yeah. So we could use Puka on their red cap. That way we don't take damage. It's better to do when you don't have your red cap up yet, but we might as well cast it now, because that just happened. We'll start from the bottom and move our way up. Or if they're Hunter's Marked, I guess you could shoot your red cap at something that's Hunter's Marked so you can get the Fairy Fire. You gotta consider everything in the battle. You can't just match gems and cast spells. You gotta consider traits and storms and everything. Like, if we take this right now, they're gonna get a red extra turn. Like that, I'm considering that right now. Maybe they will take it and I will get an extra turn. So if I don't screw that up, they might take brown and I might get a red extra turn next turn. I'm thinking about that right now. They didn't do it, but we can still, it's still on the table. Get 3 green here, or we could destroy a bunch of skulls and get 2 green. Let's do this. And it's going to be a long battle, a slog. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be quick. Purple into yellow. Alright, we got this. We might as well cast it, because if we cast Puka, we're going to want to be able to take in the red. Working on that bottom guy anyway. Got our first Wild Knight up. You just want to keep casting it, because you're going to get more attack, more attack, more attack. Let's get these skulls, though. Looking at the green mostly, but if we can take out skulls, too, it's nice, so we don't get hit by them. Green and brown. They got theirs up. Yellow. Alright, we could cast it on it so it doesn't get barrier and more stats and stuff. That's a good idea. Extra turn. And we cast this on the bottom like we've been doing. Slowly. Slowly killing their bottom red cap. Green and brown. They had skulls there, but they did not take them. So we'll take them. Because we hit really hard with skulls. So we're going to want to start taking... We've been taking skulls the entire time, but it's like the way we're going to kill them eventually. 3 green plus a skull right here. You can tell a person the team all you want, but if you don't show them the battle, they may not understand, and they could still lose. Dead. And this is the team you're going to face in the last battle, too, so this helps you now and for the last battle. They'll just have more stats in the last battle. It's the same concept, just a little bit harder. Skulls, because that's what we want. Bang. We could try for... Oh, here we go. Red cap can get a kill right now. Let's get it. Sometimes I can do these no death, and then I don't have to have a no death team. Need green and brown mostly, so we're gonna do this. Bang. We got 2 green right here. Guess I'll do that. Sometimes, like, you could think of an exploded gem. It's going to get rid of a 3x3 block. What will happen because of that? And you can do some board control. You can make some skulls happen. You can make some extra turns happen. Like, if I go right here, I could get a red match. But I'm mostly looking at green and how much green I can get. And then skulls are secondary. And then, like, other stuff is after that. And if I have barrier, I don't care. I'm going to cast it anyway. I want to get more attack. For when I take skulls, I can hit even harder. Green and brown is what I'm looking for, still. I'll take red, I guess. So the way we're going to kill this guy now is probably skulls. Because this thing's going to have to cast however many times to kill it. So skulls would be the best way to get it done the fastest. Come on now. Blue? I don't need no blue. You're gonna cast on me. Mana surge. Just let them have it, huh? Come on, man. I'm so close. There's only one thing left. It's Hunter's marked. I just need skulls. Ah, so close. Guess we red cap. It's Fairy Fire. That guy is in such deep crap. He's Hunter's marked and Fairy Fired, and he's the only guy left on his team. He's looking to his left. He's looking to his right. He's pooping his pants. He's looking to run. He's in trouble over there. Here we go. Here comes the headshot. No death. I mean, it's the first battle. I'm not going to celebrate too much, but that's how it goes. You just go here, then you go here, then you go here, and you win. I don't want to do the whole thing because we're almost an hour into this live stream, but hopefully you can get it done. Let me know when you do. I love to hear it. Or if you need more tips, let me know. That's pretty much every tip I got, though. Only thing you can do if it's just not working for you is to go increase your horde level some more. You can go all the way to 200 if you want. Cost gold, though. Treasure. I did it on 123, I guess, like a dingleberry. But 133, it's possible. Tribute! There you go, Florian. Hopefully that helps you. And back to this. The actual event. I don't really have too much to rant about today, so if you guys want one, you're going to have to trigger it. If you have any questions, let me know. I love answering questions about this game. I'm pretty much an expert. I know that sounds cringy, but I've been playing it forever. Like a loser. Might be like the second most knowledgeable, other than the devs, I guess. Probably one of the best actual players of it. As far as encyclopedic knowledge, though, I'm probably second. So I don't know everything. What's some of the last things you guys learned? Like, do you guys have any embarrassing, I didn't know that, stories for Gems of War? I remember, you know, a long time ago, of course, not knowing about, like, how storms worked. I think I always use that as my example, but Like how the blue storm right there, how that's working, why it's blue. You have to look at everything, like, to see why. It's not our team, huh? Maybe it is. It could be my, it's probably my hero. I don't know. It could be, yeah, there it is. Create an ice storm at the start of battle. That's why it's blue. But if something below it had a storm, like this, it would be whatever this has. And if this had a storm, it would be whatever this has. If this had a storm, it would be whatever this has. So if let's say every single troop has a storm. The way it works is it checks for this guy, and then it checks for this guy, then this guy, then this guy, then this guy, I'm pretty sure, and then this guy, then this guy, then this guy. So if this guy has a storm, that's the one you're going to see on the enemy team. So if you're using a storm, you want it to be at the bottom of your team. It's something like that. So some people will put like a storm up here in their first slot. And then like the enemy is going to have a Valraven, for example, has like a dark storm. So if there's a Valraven over there, you're probably going to see a purple storm instead of whatever your storm is, like a blue storm. If you have a storm here and here, it's going to be this one because it's lower. It like checks this, then it checks this, then it checks this, then it checks this. So it'll activate this one, but then it's going to activate this one. Whoops. That's probably fine. Just gave myself more armor. It's something like that. Hey, Woofy! You still don't know what Epic Trials are? Epic Trials replaced challenges. They give you 4 random troops from the kingdom, and you have to use them. And you get shiny pets, starry pets, whatever they're called. It's something if you want pets. If you need a pet from that kingdom, it's a good way to get a pet for cheap. That's what Epic Trials are. It's basically a pet rescue, but really hard. That was kind of dumb. It's another thing. I took brown there, but I was enchanted, so I was going to get up next turn either way. I should have took blue. I should have took any other color. Because my Tesla is not up yet. Doesn't use brown. The Holy Saint Astra doesn't use brown. So taking brown and getting up the wand, who was going to get up either way the next turn with enchant, was stupid. It was a waste of a turn. You can definitely play wrong. Right there, I probably could have cast Tesla 2 turns ago and won. I'm just fiddle-farting around talking. And I should have changed Assassin. It's on 100. Making all kinds of mistakes. Whenever you click on Epic Trials, nothing happens. You have to go to the games menu then. I'll show you in a sec. If you want. It might be better that you don't know what they are, because people stress out about it and can't get it done. It's really hard. It does give you starry pets, though. Real shiny. Here, I'll show you, because the same thing happened to me. So go here. Where does it not work? I think the games menu doesn't work. If you're in the games menu and you go to Epic Trial, does nothing. Watch. I'm clicking this. Ready? Click. Does nothing. So that's what Dr. Mop is talking about. You have to know what week it is, what kingdom week it is, which is what? I forget. Mist of Scales. So it's a Mist of Scales week. You have to go to Mist of Scales, click on Mist of Scales, and then go to Trials. Right here. Where your rally is. And that'll get you there. It's still broken. This is where you actually do it. So if you did none of your challenges, you're going to have to go from... You have to do all of them. If you did all of your challenges, it'll start right here. Epic Trial. So everybody has Epic Trials, even if you did all the challenges. If you did all the challenges, you'll just have a check mark right here and everywhere back. But you still have to do right here. 225 all the way to 350. And it's like 4 random troops from Mist of Scales. And if you don't have the troop, they'll give it to you. And it's just different every week, different for each kingdom. The enemy team, sometimes they change it at the last second. I have a video, I put out a video every single Monday recently about Epic Trial strategy, so if you need it, it'll be there Monday. Most likely. Been doing separate videos for Epic Trials and Underspire, and so far it's been working okay. Like, my overall views went up. It looks not great, but overall, it's fun. It's been good. Still over 50K. Any other questions? We can do this a little bit longer. I was trying to make this a shorter stream today. I wasn't like super feeling it. It's not anything specific, really. I had like an annoying past few days. Alright, when this is the case, I usually go this way just because there's another battle after it. Like, this is the boss battle. So if you go this way, nothing, the only thing that's going to reveal is the boss battle. So unless you're rushing it. If you're rushing it, you just go like this. Go straight to it. But if you're playing normally and trying to get all rewards, you want to hit every single room. And I'm checking this. Oh, it's a 1.25. Well, so is this. And if I get this one done, I'm going to go here next, which is a 1.3. So it's better to go here first. Reveal the 1.3, then do the 1.3 next. If you're following treasure multiplier order, you don't have to. It's too hard to test to tell if it does anything significant. See there, I took blue. That way it would leak down into the Tesla instead of like taking brown where it would not. Be a waste of a turn. Don't die to death, Mark, please. Thank you. Now we do this one. We'll go back to that other one if we see a lower multiplier. If we end up getting a 1.2 or a 1.15, we're going to go back to that one right before the boss. But until then, we're going to keep going this way. I think you get a little bit more points doing it like this, too. So on those Tuesdays where you can't finish, you're like trying to do it for free, and you're just a little bit short, it's because you probably didn't do the treasure multiplier the right way. But sometimes you do it the right way and you're still short, so it's not a way to tell, really. It could be, though. See, now we're at another 1.3, which is higher than a 1.25. We keep going this way. You don't have to, though. Like, I've argued with people like about this a bunch of times, and I really can't say for sure. So I stopped arguing about it because if I don't know 100% for sure, I'm not going to sit there and argue with people about it. It's way too hard to test because the multipliers are different every time. You can't really like run it back to back and have the same thing. You might be able, it might be able to do somehow, but it's just annoying and it's really hard to do, and I just don't feel like messing with it. So, and I've tested it before, and it was like annoying to test, and then when I did test it, it wasn't much of a difference. If it was like some gigantic difference, I would still be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of a habit at this point. Now we have a 1.25 and a 1.25. I always go with the lower room first. You want to get a higher multiplier before you hit the higher room. That's how it was explained way back in the day, anyway. I still remember, like, we're getting up next turn no matter what with our Tesla, so we can go ahead and cast our first Tesla, and then our second Tesla will be up next turn because we're enchanted. Now we 1.4. We're still skipping this room. We should, yeah. can't blindly follow what somebody would say, oh, go to this room and then go back the other way. Well, if the got a multiplier with no, like, it's doing nothing for you. There's no, like, greedy or anything. It's thickhead. Like, why would you do that one first? It's got a lower multiplier and it's just got thickhead. It doesn't have anything in it. Anita is here! I wouldn't mind a rant why I'm so annoyed. It's mostly just me, like, it's not anybody else, really. Garth is here. Well, it's like this place where I live, too. I don't like living where I'm living. I've been looking for to move for like a freaking year now, and it's just hard. And I don't try hard enough, really, to move either. So it's kind of like 50% my fault. I just don't like where I live, so it kind of sucks every day. They're always, like, targeting us for stupid little things, and you got, like, 1 day to fix this thing, or you got 1 day to fix that thing. But then there's people that have the same thing going on, and they still have it going on. Like, they don't... And then they want to charge you. Anyway. I wish I could say I lived in some big mansion by myself. Yeah, but it is what it is. We do that, it's stupid. But it is, we don't have nothing else, so there we go. I wasn't feeling too great on, what was it, like Friday, I think? It's not anything crazy. It's not my tooth either, because that's probably what most people are thinking. But it might have to do with it. Like, I feel like that dentist messed me up, man. I didn't really want to talk about it, though. I don't like complaining. I know I complain a lot, but try not to. Believe me, if I was complaining every time I wanted to, there'd be even more. Just do this. I feel like we don't even need the wand that bad. Sometimes. Alright, that's that. We only have a couple more to do, actually. Wonder if I can get it done. I think, what is it, like 230, 220, 240, somewhere in there? Does anybody have any other questions or anything? You want me to keep going? Jam Ricks has been a member for 15 months. Really appreciate it. Dr. Mops joined up. Ran out there with Trey and Chad, and they started to bump the music. Woo! I can't believe Christian came back again with a different name. I keep changing names. That was funny. Florian says I play TOD until floor 25 and continue only if I haven't got all rewards. Yeah, these days it depends, like how much your guild does. Like if you're in a really good guild and people just get it done, you don't have to go any, like definitely go to 25, like bare minimum. It's acceptable to go to 25 for sure. If everybody in your guild went to 25, I don't think you would have that much left to do. Maybe a little bit. But unfortunately, not everybody goes to 25. Some people are slacking, going to like 10 or something. I don't know what they're doing. I always go to 25 at least. And ever since we got new, more rewards and stuff, I've been going to 30 at least. I always try to do my share. I might not ever get first place and stuff, but I always try. The only times I don't, like I said, is if they hurry up and get it done like super fast by like Wednesday or Thursday. Then it might look crazy like I didn't help, but it's not my fault. And that's a good thing too. Like, oh, we got it done way early. I don't think anybody's complaining about who did what at that point. It's your own fault if you buy like a million turns and get it done early. Like, you can't complain after that. On Sunday, like if you're buying so many turns to get it done on Sunday, you can definitely complain about everybody else. But if it's like Wednesday, I don't think you should complain because you didn't get anybody a chance. Only time that's like if there's a vault event on the weekend. Of course you want to get everything done by like Thursday night. Oh, Trey got 20? Nice. Kenji says Epic Trials button won't work till you played the regular trials first. Yeah, hopefully I fixed your problem there. Sana's here. How you feeling? Sounds like we're both not super awesome. Garth is here. Anita's here. JM Ricks. Hey, Florian got it done. Nice. It's just an annoying place. It's not bad. I don't know. It's bad. It's just not terrible. I don't hate to complain. There's probably people out there with way worse problems. No problem, Florian. You used Juan to fill up the 500 money bags. You had to go to 41. Yeah, a lot of people. We go to like 75 in our guild, so I can definitely see it. 1.2. Okay, this is where you would actually go back and do 1.25. If you're doing it this way, you don't have to, like I keep saying. It's where I would go back. Let's just do this. When it gets an extra turn, it's nice. It's like a 3-turner. Tesla is great. I can't believe I put out a video for this faction with the top 3 one-shots. And normally that would get like a lot of views, but I think delve videos, I feel like old delves that we've seen like a million times, they just don't get the views anymore. People already have it done, or they already know the teams, they've already seen it 50 times. I mean, it's completely understandable. But it'd kind of be smart to watch it just to know which green and red teams are one-shot teams that are really good, that are top 3. I guess you already know, though, or you didn't see it, or whatever. I don't know. I can only put it out there. I can't make people watch it. It's like a low level, a mid level, and a high level, and it's the best 3. Most people already know, though. I feel you. Alright, we got a 1.4. That's nice. I've never scouted, and it's because, well, this week I scouted the first 3 floors, but I did it terribly because my video... You know how the reward cards pop up? People complain about it mostly on the vault, which I totally agree with, and I agree it's annoying. Your reward cards, it's because of the shrines, too. Like, they have to show you the stupid shrine. You're, like, filling up your shrine, and they put that in there. I would have to show you. I think you know what I'm talking about, though. And it's like the first 10 vault keys you do has that extra card in it because you're still filling up your gold shrine or your soul, whatever shrine. So there's an extra card in there. It's where you can't see one of your gnomes unless you scroll over, which you don't want to do while you're doing a million vault keys. You don't want to be scrolling over and looking at all your rewards every single time in between vault keys because it just makes it take longer. You just want to see them pop up, look at them real fast, and then move on to the next one. But when you have your shrine still, like if he's just started for the day and that's the first thing you're doing, stupid shrine card pops up every time and like knocks one of the gnomes out of the screen. And you have to go click over to look at it. And I forgot why I was talking about that, but... I'll remember in a second. Maybe there's fewer players. Could be. I've been trying to just look straight ahead this week instead of looking... That's how I get into trouble. I start looking at everybody else's channel. Most of the time it's like, yeah, everybody's down. But sometimes I like throw up in my mouth a little bit, so I don't want to do that today. Oh, wishy-washy. There definitely are. If you go to, thanks Anita for the 5, by the way. Florian's been a member for 7 months. JM Ricks, 15. That's over a year. It's awesome. Anita runs out there. I think we got started. We're moving. Just takes 4 people to push the train. Push start it. Chad was first, then Trey. Then Dr. Mops. And then Anita. So we're moving. There's definitely fewer players. If you look at the Steam charts, it shows you an idea of like how it's going. It's not every single person. It's the biggest, I think. I think mobile might be the biggest, but Steam is definitely up there as one of the biggest. And the Steam charts have been going down, 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 down every month. It's at like a 5-year low right now. It's not like, oh, it's just down because of this or that. It's been going down steadily, and it's lower than it's ever been for the last 5 years. So it's definitely part of the problem. Sometimes I think I just taught everybody too good, and then they don't need me. Or you guys are too busy because you're actual adults. Or, I don't know. Hey, that's what I do, Livewire. I feel you. How'd it sound in 1.5? Probably pretty funny. We'll go to an hour and a half. So if you guys have any questions, put them in there. You got 7 minutes. Maybe we'll finish out this one. Something like that. Around there. Around an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more. Depends. We'll just get this one done. Whenever we're done with this, we'll be done for the day. If you guys have any questions or you want to see anything else like Underspire or... I'm done with the Underspire. I get to the second boss. Whenever I'm doing it for free, I'll go to the second boss. You know, I'll use my lantern on the first boss, and I'll go to the second boss. And then potentially, if I really wanted to, I could probably try to get to the fourth boss, but it's never guaranteed. So I think stopping at the second boss is pretty smart. Unless you just want to play more and you're done with everything else, then that would be the best thing to try, is to get to the fourth boss for free, or to use a little bit of gems to get there. But I think if you're just really busy and you're just trying to do the like bare minimum but still get stuff done, like you go to the second boss and you stop, and then you do everything else. Even if you have torches left. Because if you get to the third boss, who cares? It's like terrible. And then you can only make it to the fourth boss if you play perfectly for free. And so most of the time you're not going to get there, I think. So I stop on the second boss. I'm like, I'm done with the Underspire until I start spending gems on it, which I will very soon. That's what I've been doing anyway, if you want to know. Like, for the Underspire, I go to the second boss and I stop. So I still have torches if anybody needs to see it, but I'm not super deep, so. But I'm going to start doing that because I feel like it's something people need. They need to know, how does the team change over time as you go to the 7th boss, because it probably will. Sometimes that 7th boss is hard, the 6th boss is hard. 1.5 is big. It's the biggest. Funky Town, Texas. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Keeping it going. The swing was swinging, and you come up behind to do an underdoggy. Isn't that what it was called? Underdoggy? You guys remember that? The swing was swinging, but it was starting to slow down, and then here comes Funky Town, running up from behind to do an underdoggy. Is that what it's called? 7.2 update. I think it's, you know, the visual stuff. It looks alright. I don't think there's going to be any controversy about it like there was about the cards and stuff, like all the colorful rainbow stuff. It's real simple, and I don't know if I like it, but it seems okay. Like, there's one good thing, and then give and a take on it. I think they have to do that because of future stuff they're putting in. I don't think they just made it look better, and that's why they did it, because I think there's a reason behind why they did it. I don't think it's just to make it look better. There's like a functional reason why they're changing the UI. And then the Halloween stuff's gonna come in for sure, because Halloween's very soon. I forget what they do for a holiday event. We haven't had a holiday event in so long. I'm trying to remember what they do. Is it just the 3 battles a day thing? It's like a color restriction with 3 battles a day, and you pick the higher level battle, and you got like the golden thing. Is that the holiday event? So probably do that. Sometimes they make it extra special though. Like we had one year, it was like the Soul Harvest or something. I feel like it was a little bit different, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just because it was the first one that it felt different. We got Trick and Treat. Remember that? Wasn't that a little bit different? Is this right? Yeah. And then the dead ends and the underspire is the other thing. That that can't be bad. It's just a good thing. It's kind of like pity keys. Nobody complained about pity keys. There's no reason to complain. So there's really no reason to complain about the dead end stuff. It's just a plus all the way around. For that, for the underspire. You wouldn't specifically try to find dead ends, and you would still play it normally, and then just if you have extra torches, you would go... Like, you're playing it normally, and then you see a dead end, maybe that entices you. It's kind of a good thing for the devs. Because now you're going to want to actually play those dead ends, and that's going to use a torch. Which is going to make less people get to the final boss if they play it. I don't know. Depends how you play it. Depends, like, does it show you that there's a boss in there before you actually click on the battle? Or are you going to have to... Like, I forget what it showed on the... It's probably you have to do the room, and then you won't know until you're inside the battle if it's a special battle. Because not every single dead end's going to be a special battle. It's a way for them to take more torches from you. So, like, the advice is probably going to be, like, play Underspire normally, and then if you have extra torches, go to the dead ends that you have revealed. Most people are probably thinking, well, it's going to show you before the fight if you have something special in the dead end fight, and then you're just going to play it if it's special. I doubt it, though. That's not the way they operate. They're going to make you use the torch all the way into the battle before they reveal if it's a special battle or not. Because they want to like take your torches from you. I don't know though. Could be the other way. How am I supposed to know? I'm not a dev. I'm just guessing based on how they've done things in the past. And it looks like a all the way around good thing, but that's usually how they spend stuff to make it. They're really trying to take your torches from you and make you spend more gems. Why'd I do that? It can't be a bad thing if you play it the right way. Which means play Underspire normally and then go back for, if you have extra torches, go back. Or if you're just playing for free, if you're just going to the second boss, and then you're definitely going to have torches left over, you could go check all your dead ends. It might make it more valuable for people doing it for free, actually. And it might make it cost more for people going all the way to 7. Man, come on, you idiot. Why'd you do that? He's submerged. We can't hit him with Tesla. We have to wait. We have to wait. We could do this. Let's do this. There we go. Dummy. Simple solution if you just think with your brain. Talking to myself, by the way. Efley says I go through phases where I am gymmed out and just can't do every event for a week or I'll end up quitting. Hey, at least you know that about yourself, and that's good. That's good that you know that and you don't just blow up. Some people blow up and just quit playing. They go way too hard. They think they're going to beat the game or something. You can't beat this game. Like, you got to accept it one day. Even I don't think I've beat the game. I have every single troop in the game, and I'm level 1500 and yada, yada, yada. And I'm in a top 20 guild, and millions of gold and millions of souls and blah, blah, blah. I don't think I beat this yet, though. I'm never going to beat it. They're going to keep adding stuff to the game to where you can't beat it. If you're in this game to beat it, it's better that you stop now. Save yourself some time and effort. Go play something else. There's never going to be credits. There's never going to be a FMV at the end. They want you to play forever, get addicted, and spend money on it. And I would, you know, I had a YouTube channel. Here I am. This is just me being honest. I always do this. I'm a self-saboteur. Pretty much telling you this, how this game works. It's not great. A person could be out there listening right now, and I could be convincing them not to play this game. Like, is that smart for me? No. But I can't help it. I don't have a filter between my brain and my mouth. And mostly only truth comes out. But I feel the same way, Efley. Like, I remember doing the bare minimum sometimes. Like, I still kind of do. Like, I'm not playing my dungeon. I'm not playing arena. I was going to make a video about that, dude. You guys got me so... Not you guys, but more casual. They got me so gun-shy and, like, so trigger-shy or whatever to make certain videos. Because it'd take a lot of effort, but it might help certain people, but, like, it's going to be a lot of effort for little reward, and I can't... I was going to make a video about that, like the game modes that you shouldn't really play anymore, or that people don't play anymore. That was going to be another idea for a video. Like PvP, you don't see people going crazy at PvP. The Underworld, once you get it done, you're kind of done. You don't have to do it. Explore 12 is a controversial one that you don't see anybody on YouTube playing Explore 12. That should be like a signal. There's many. Arena, Treasure Hunt. There's at least 5 of them. I can make a top 5 game modes that people don't play anymore type of video. But I'm so hesitant to make any kind of video these days. It kind of sucks. I used to just make them. Sucks for you and it sucks for me. I got ideas, like, sometimes I come up with ideas and I forget them. I used to have, like, a whiteboard, but it, like, fell. I never put it back up. Then, like, something was going on to where I didn't want people to see the whiteboard. I don't know. You know, I, like, took it down one time, and then it fell one time, and then now it's just gone. And then I have like a notebook. I'll write stuff in the notebook, or I'll put notes in my phone. That just doesn't work for me. I don't know. I know you have a phone. It's always in my pocket. I could put a note in there. I do that, and then I never look at the notes. Or I'll look at the notes like a year later, or 3 years later, like, oh yeah. I remember when I put that note in there, and then never did it. We got a submerger. Cool thing about Tesla is the scatter damage. That's another thing I didn't realize until I was like a couple years into playing this game, is that scatter damage is different than regular damage. But I say this a lot, so I'm sure all of y'all know that. Anything where where it was like a light bulb moment for me, I make sure to say it to y'all as much as I can. Because I know that's a thing that some people don't understand, because I was a person that didn't understand it at some point. I had a light bulb moment where I started to understand it, so then I bring it up way too much just so everybody else has that light bulb moment. You can have a bunch of those in this game. You don't really understand this game until you have like 3 to 5 light bulb moments where you're like, oh yeah, that's how it works. I get it. The kingdom cycle even. When you first start playing, you don't understand that there's a different kingdom every week, and like we have a different event every week, and there's like a cycle. The Soulforge cycle, you don't understand that right away. They don't tell you about it. How are you supposed to understand that? If you don't watch anybody, and you don't go anywhere to get information, and you just play the game, how are you supposed to know there's a Soulforge cycle? I don't think it says it anywhere. How are you supposed to know there's supposed to be like a kingdom cycle, and like this kingdom comes through this week, and then this kingdom the next week, and then this kingdom, and it's different every week? And it's going to cycle through all the kingdoms? You might just think it's random, like, oh, it's Galvania this week, oh, it's this next week, and then it could be who knows what the next week, and maybe it's random. Maybe the Mythics and the Soulforge are random. But they're not, it's like a cycle, so. That's why I get so frustrated when they go out of cycle, because it's annoying. And it's like, you see the cycle for years and years, and then they act like, they try to gaslight us that there wasn't a cycle. And that was annoying. I'm probably so close to being done. I just kind of wanted to make a shorter live stream today. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying. We could talk for a little bit if you have questions and stuff. If you don't, though, if I get to the bottom of the chat, I'm going to get out of here. Garth says, I used Mountain Crusher, Tesla, Queen Beatrix, Zul'Goth, not as good as yours. Because you're kind of mixing a couple things together there. I mean, I like the Tesla and the Queen Beatrix part, and the Mountain Crusher, but the Zul'Goth, you kind of want to, like, either use a Zul'Goth team or use a true damage team. You're kind of doing both right there. In your case, though, it kind of works a little bit, because Queen Beatrix and Tesla are both scattered damage, I think. Is Queen Beatrix scattered damage? So if you kill something, it's going to hit harder. So it's not a terrible team. I don't hate it. I just think, like, if you're going to do true damage, go all in on it. If you're going to do Zul'Goth, go all in on it. It's kind of how this game works. You don't want to fiddle fart around doing half step on 2 different things. That's why you should never do like a Medal of Seasons, a Medal of Nisha, and a Medal of Yasmin or something. You should never do that. You should always do 3 of the same medals, or like an Anu and 2 medals. You always want to go all in on whatever you're doing. You don't want to half-ass 2 different things. But in your case, that kind of, it almost makes sense, because you're killing one thing and then you have more damage with Tesla with the scattered damage. Livewire says, just for laughs, I played some of your vids at max and minimum speeds. Yeah. Dude, 1.25 is actually really good, and I recommend it for everybody that's watching like long YouTube videos. It kind of just takes out the pauses and like the ums and uhs. Like the 1.25, because it's not like too fast where it sounds weird. And it just takes out all the stuff. It like makes everything a little bit faster. It's nice. 1.5 is kind of borderline. It depends how fast the person talks. If they're a slow talker, then 1.5 sounds fine. But if they're a fast talker, then it's a little bit too fast sometimes. But yeah, the 7.2 update, it's supposed to be a smaller update. It's not going to be anything crazy. So... Allie's here. Oh True Warrior is here. Rob. I just wish I had the wand. I'm level 1206, but don't have the Lover's card. So to get the Lover's card, you want to do the Vault event, like, real hard. I know that's like, people say, what's that mean? Well, it just means play the Vault event as much as you can. Play it correctly and play it as much as you can. And then you got to open your Vault keys, and you got to hope for the Lover. It's kind of annoying when you need a certain tarot card. I definitely understand that, needing one certain tarot card, because it's gonna, you got all of them in the drop table, even if you already have all of them except for the Lover. So if you're looking for just the Lover, it's kind of annoying. Every time they add a tarot card, it gets harder and harder to get that tarot card, because there's just like a bigger and bigger drop table, and it's a lower chance you're gonna get the one you need. I can't help it because you're just too cool. Yeah, exactly what Sana said. It's kind of a roundabout way. People don't really get it because, like, you're going to do the Vault event. How does that help me get the tarot card? Well, you're playing the Vault event to get Vault keys, to then open Vault keys, to then hope you get the tarot card. It's kind of like a... You're not going to, like, play the Vault event and get the tarot card right away. Why is scatter damage different? There's a... Like, certain troops hit all enemies for a certain amount, like Scourge of Honor, the one we're using. We're playing the, Tower of Doom. It's a good example. So, like, Merilith is always going to hit everything for 6 true damage. It doesn't matter how many enemies there are left. If there's 4 enemies, she's going to hit it for 6. If there's 3, she's going to hit them for 6. If there's 2, 6. 1, 6. Scourge of Honor's the same way. 59, no matter how many there are. If there's 1 enemy left, it's going to hit it for 59. I guess it's not a good example, because I thought... But, then something like, Tesla, who is over here, deals scatter damage. So that means... Between the 4 enemies, it's gonna deal like a random amount of true damage to each of the 4 enemies. So when there's 3 left, it gets higher. When there's 2 left, it gets higher. When there's 1 left, it does all of it. Wish there was a way to demonstrate, but... Like, she'll hit for 300 and something true damage. It'll distribute it amongst the enemies. So you divide it by 4. You're gonna hit each enemy for like 75 true damage. When there's only 3 left, you only have to divide it by 3. Now she's hitting each one for 100. When there's only 2 left, you divide it by 2. Now she's hitting each enemy for 150. When there's 1 left, she's hitting that 1 for 300 for all of it. So scatter damage is better a lot of the time. Like Rowan does scatter damage. You use scatter damage every day. If you get a kill with your skulls... Like, you cast your Leprechaun and, like, skulls happen to fall and you get a kill on that first enemy, then your Rowan's going to hit the other 3 harder than it would have if all 4 were up. It's going to distribute it amongst the 3 instead of the 4. So now it's dividing by 3 instead of 4. So it does more damage to each of the 3. So that's another thing where you kind of want to use... Like, if you're doing scatter damage, do scatter damage. If you're doing, like, Scourge, you're doing Scourge. If you're doing scatter, you should do scatter and go all in. But the reason I said that the Garth's team was decent because he's removing 1 enemy and then his scatter damage is going to hit harder. I don't know if that's what he was going for, but kind of worked out anyway. Good question, says Sana. I like questions like that. A lot of people know that already. Some people don't know it, and then some people are too embarrassed to ask. You know how it is. Like, you've been playing a game for 4 years, and you don't want to ask that question because then it's like you should already know. You feel like you should already know, so you're too embarrassed to ask. Well, people are lurking. We don't even see their name. Now they have the answer, and they didn't have to ask. So you're doing someone else a favor by asking that question, believe it or not. I bet you. Good for the submerge. Anita says, is it better to attack a level 5 first and delves instead of a lower one? It depends what the treasure multiplier is, I guess. Usually it is, because level 5 has a higher multiplier a lot of the time. So if we look at, here's a 5, it has a 1.3. Here's a 5, 1.35. You see how it's higher? It like can't even go. I can go to 1.2, but usually the higher rooms have higher multipliers, but it's not always true. Like right here, that's a 4 room with a 1.4. So the 4 room is actually better than the 2 5 rooms. That's why you gotta check. I mean, you don't have to, like I said. You can just run through and not even pay attention, and it's pretty much the same thing, but that's a 1.15. That's really low, especially for a 3 room. Usually it's like the highest it's going to be is, like if it's a 4 room, it's going to be 1.4 is going to be the highest it could be. So that's the highest that multiplier can be. That's a really good room. If you have a 5 room, a 1.5 is the highest it can be. 1.3 is the highest it can be for a 3 room. For a 2 room, the highest it can be is 1.2. So like a 5 room is almost always better than a 2 room, but sometimes there's a 5 room with a 1.2. So you got to check. It's not always. Did that leprechaun always have 3 leprechauns on it? What is that? I never noticed that. Probably did. There's like 4 of them. Why is there a head? I guess because there's 4 leprechauns over here. Was that always like that? It probably had. I just never look. I never stop and look. It is. That's weird. Oh, I see. I never pay attention. Where's the drowned sailor? Is he on there somewhere? I don't see him. I never paid attention. There's the Drake. See, I learned something. How do you tell, like, which ones are going to be on the card? Why is the... We got the Drake, but not... Why do we got the Drake on there? We got Drake Rider. We got Garnock and a Drake, but Drake's not on the team, but Drake Rider is, I guess. It's a strange one. Maybe he's there, he's just like off screen a little bit, riding it. I never noticed that, I never paid attention. Like this one has nothing. It's just the treasure. They're all jammed in there. Vinbarok, Baby Dragon, that one has all of them. Can't believe I never paid attention to that. I just click on them and go. See, like, how much stuff you can learn from this game is crazy, how deep it is, when it's really not that deep. It's just weirdly deep. You'll learn something every day if you're looking for it. Puka and the red cap. Why would you stop and look at the card? Like, I just go, like, bang, bang, yeah. I'm always looking at the treasure multiplier, that's why. I don't look at the card. I'm looking over there to the right. I'm looking at this number up here at the top. So I never look at the card. I'm always looking right there at the number. Like slightly off screen in the upper right. Like next to the 30 souls, I'm looking to the right of that. That's what I always look at. I never look at the card. I'm looking at that number. That's funny. See what I mean? I'm looking at the number. I'm never looking at the card. Huh. You were asking for a friend? Yeah, like Rowan. What up, Brian? You never noticed that either? Yeah. It's strange. Some of them look good and some of them don't. Like the leprechaun's kind of funny. There's just one down there. He's like sniffing his shoe. The other guy has like his staff for a foot. Looks like that one's conking the other one on the head there. I don't know. His face is behind the numbers. It looks kind of random, like they randomly put him on there. They didn't really make it look good. Like when I do a thumbnail, I'm trying to make it look good. Like I won't put 4 things on the thumbnail if it can't fit 4 things. I want to show their face and like if they're breathing fire, I want to show the fire, and I want to show their teeth and stuff like that. This is like randomly, like his whole face is behind the numbers, and then the one guy's sniffing the other guy's shoe, and then the guy in the top left is conking him on the head with his staff. And they're kind of just randomly tilted. It's just like random. I don't think they did it on purpose like that, because they would have done it differently. If they wanted to fit all 4 on there, they would have definitely done it different. I mean, it's about as good as it can get, I guess, but it's the one guy sniffing the other guy's shoe down there kind of makes me think it's random. So his head popping up. Like, that's what I'll do if I want it to be funny. I always have a head popping up from the top and from the bottom and from the side and stuff. It's funny. Any more questions? If not, I'm going to get out of here. I almost went 2 hours anyway. Would you look at it? Just look at it. I got that from a different channel that got it from a different channel. So I don't know the original source of that. Would you look at it? But I know like someone else got it from somewhere else, and that's where I got it. Brian says, grinding City of Thieves. I always pick the lowest gold count or Cedric for money back. Yeah, that's another way to do it for sure. You can just go all in on gold, and just anytime you see a gold room, you pick it. Like, that's for sure a way to do it. There's different ways to do it. You can, like, not pay attention at all. You can do treasure multiplier, or you can do, like, gold. Like, you want all the gold. If you do all the gold thing, though, while you're doing an event, you might not have enough points. I'm pretty sure. So you can't just do it all the time whenever you want. But if you're just, like, farming, you can just do gold every time if you want to. I feel like in events, though, that would kind of screw up your score a little bit. Maybe. Maybe not, though. Like I said, Delve Multiplier is like the stupidly hard, annoying, and hard to test. And people out there probably understand it better than I do. Should I use Orbs of Glory on the Grey King or Zul'Goth? Which one? If not, how should I use them? Orb of Glory, Zul'Goth or Grey King? Probably Grey King, right? Or wait. Yeah, probably Grey King. But let's look at it. I don't think Zul'Goth benefits from having being eliteed. See how I don't have mine eliteed? And I probably do have the Grey King eliteed. So that's one thing one way you can tell. Like, which one does Sinnycool have done? If I elite him, normally he's not in first slot, right? So he doesn't need attack. And magic does nothing for an instant kill. So him being eliteed doesn't really do anything for you. It's just a flex after you have way more other stuff done. If you see somebody with a gold eliteed Zul'Goth, it's just a flex, and that's it. There's no functional, mechanical reason that they did it. They're just flexing. Magic does nothing for an instant kill. It's not going to instant kill harder. Attack, he's never in first slot, so how is attack going to do anything? If he had maybe durability, it would be a little bit better, but still not. He doesn't really need any certain stat. He's an instant kill. The best stats he could have is probably like HP and armor. But he doesn't, so it's not worth it. So the Grey King's probably the answer, and I think he gets magic too, so he's actually a good one. You see how I have it eliteed? Yep, he gets magic. Magic helps his damage. And survivability. It's not the best one ever, but it's a good one. It actually benefits from being eliteed. That's one of the criteria on whether or not you do it. Does it benefit from the stats that it will gain? The other question you want to ask yourself is, do I use it? If you don't use it, why would you elite it? Until you've got other stuff eliteed that you actually use. Like Diamantina's a good one, Phonicia's a good one, Scourge of Honor's a good one, and you'll probably use those more often than the Grey King, so you might want to do those first. And there's other ones too, like, if we look through my mythics, most of them are done for function, not fashion, you know? Like Arachnean Weaver. Gains magic, hits harder. Who else do I have done? Diamantina. I think I made a video on this, by the way. Go check out I forget what I called it. Meddling, the Ultimate Metal Guide. The Ultimate Metal Guide. Go check that video out. I think I told somebody else to watch a video earlier in the stream, but the color thing, yeah. I have videos on like everything, y'all. Like I still think of ideas of stuff to make videos about, but I have a lot of, you know, I have like 2,200 videos or something. I forget how many, but I have like a lot of videos. So I probably have what you need on the channel somewhere if you just look it up. But this is a good one because it uses magic and it's a troop I use. There's another criteria, but I can't think of it at the moment. Who else? And there's probably some here that I'm skipping. Like this one I use for Guild Wars. So all my Guild Wars mythics I've been trying to gold elite because I'm just trying to get any kind of edge I can in Guild Wars. But I don't know if he actually benefits or not. A little bit. Like I mostly do it for function, not fashion. It gets HP, it gets attack. Makes it more survivable. High King Iron-Gut's one of the first ones you should do. Gives you more attack, so you have a higher devour rate. Gives you 4 extra attack. That's 4 extra % chance that you get a devour. And it does a spell too, so the magic helps too. He's one of the ones you should do first. High King Iron-Gut. Because even if you have all your delves done, even if you have him at 100 down in the underworld, there's places you will use him outside of the underworld where he doesn't have 100 attack. So you might as well get as close as you can. Like I said, I probably don't have all of them done that I should. But Mistralis is another one. Gains magic. I use her. You should definitely be picky about which ones you do. Phoenicia, for sure, is one of the ones people mention every single time. Gains straight up magic, just going to do more damage. You could probably do all the Dragon Egg Dragons, but you should probably wait, because you probably don't use them all. I did the Grey King. I use him in Guild Wars, and it's useful, like we already went over. I need to do Scourge. I don't know why I haven't done Scourge. I did Possess King for Guild Wars. I don't know if I'd recommend it. Does gain magic, though. I should do Scourge right now. I should have did it before this week. We can watch me elite something. Go to Orbs. I could do 13 Mythics right now if I want to. And you should, if you really want to do it I think you should use medals if you have them. But that's what I was saying. Like, not very many people do Explore 12 anymore. So if you have Medal of Nisha to waste on this guy, go for it. But if you don't, there's always Orbs. Get these in the Underspire. You get these through the Vault. They're almost easier to come by now than a Nisha Medal. So Nisha Medal, you have to get a freaking token, and then you got to turn it into a badge, and then you got to turn the badge into a medal, and then it takes forever to just get one medal, and then you need like multiple medals. But if you could do like Bronze Elite with medals, and then use your orbs or something. But why? You're gonna have so many of these lesser orbs. I gained a magic. That's good for him. Then you use a silver. 2 more magic. Use a gold. 3 more magic. So that's what doing the Underspire will do for you. It'll make your mythics more powerful. Especially certain ones. People say, oh, well, I never do the Underspire. It's a waste of time. Well, then you don't want your mythics to be more powerful, I guess. It's not a waste of time. You should at least do your free battles. So bang, my Scourge of Honor now hits harder. I should have did that earlier this week because I've been using it all week. Wild Queen, another one I use for Guild Wars. Just gains durability. Not one I'd recommend, but it's all based on your account. Like, maybe you have a certain mythic you use in Guild Wars all the time. Yeah, and you want it to have a little bit more stats to survive a little bit longer. I think that's about it. That's a lot of them, though. If you have all of those done, then good for you. You probably already know what you're doing. That's probably like, what, 10 of them? Then you never do legendaries until you get all... You want, like, all the useful mythics done. You want, like, all your Guild Wars mythics done. Any mythic you use quite a bit you want done. And then, you know, certain legendaries maybe. But it's kind of a waste. You probably want to do all your mythics first. But if you have, like, a legendary you use all the time, you could... Like, I don't even know how many I have done because it's kind of a waste. I did her. Just use her all the time. See how there's less? Like, I don't really want to waste any more on Glaceon. I don't use them too much. I used to use them, though. He's a silver. Gorgatha is a tank on one of my Guild Wars teams, so did him. King Bloodhammer back in the day, Glaceon, so it was a Glaceon King Bloodhammer. They're both on silver. Gob Truffle doesn't really gain much from it. I just used them so much at a certain point that I started to try to elite them. Magma Dragon, this does help when you have Foe Mag, before you get Diamantina, to go to elite both Phoenicia and Magma Dragon. Just makes that whole team better. You get more magic, you hit harder. So Magma Dragon might be one of the first legendaries you should do if you're going to gold elite a legendary. Keelan, just because I use it sometimes. See how Queen Beatrix isn't done? That's because she doesn't get magic. It would be kind of useful, but I'm not going to... That's like a middle ground one. It's not terrible, but it's not good to do. Queen Titania's a good one to do. Gains magic, hits all enemies, just hits them harder. It's one of the first legendaries you should do. Magma Dragon, Queen Titania, Yao Gui. Shagra, just for my red Guild Wars team, is the first slot. Give it more stats. I don't think it helps too much, but... Tesla is one that does not benefit. Like, you will hear this all the time. But don't gold elite Tesla. It's like one of the last things you should do. It's kind of like Zul'Goth. You don't want to gold elite Zul'Goth. It's just a flex. If you're going to do Tesla, it's just a flex. She doesn't gain anything. She gets magic, but she does not boost off magic, so she boosts off of armor. The Fool, I don't think I did. That's not done. Anyway, I'm not going to... Let's do the legendaries. Like, Mirage Queen, I always use it. Whenever somebody asks this question, I just go through all my troops and show you which ones I did, because that's the best way to show which ones you should do. Wrath, I always use it. Yao Gui is really beneficial. It gets magic. Makes that team so much better. It's just like Foe Mag. If you're using Yao Gui, Queen Titania, which is kind of an older team at this point, not as many people use it anymore, but he gains a little bit of magic, and combined with Queen Titania also being gold deleted, it's pretty nice. But yeah, that's the last one. I'm not going to go over everything else, but everything else you can do with medals. You shouldn't do it with orbs. And you shouldn't really do that many legendaries with orbs either. I don't think I did. I think I used medals on most of these legendaries. I doubt I used orbs. If I did, it was very sparingly on like the top 3 or something. But you should use all your orbs for mythics, and you should not do legendaries unless it's a legendary you use every single day, all the time, or and it benefits really, you know, it's all magic for a spellcaster or something. But the orbs are so valuable to use on mythics. To use it on a legendary is kind of like using a gap for an epic trial. Tribute. 28, that's pretty good for me. Kenji Livewire says that's from Ed Bassmaster. Okay, I'm going to have to look it up. K Oz was here. Thank you so much. Garth says, don't have a lot of base mythics. I just haven't got Hey, that's not a bad, you know, you can get through the game without mythics. I say that a lot too. But Rowan, Tesla, Queen Beatrix, King Gobtruffle, your Guardians from your guild, Chalcedony, Secret Todd, Huntmaster Boreas, Sir Lewin. You can get through the game without mythics, so it's not that big of a deal. Tina's probably good, yeah. Garth says I got 9. I mostly use Mountain Crusher, Tesla, Queen Beatrix. There you go. There you go. Yo, Dragor! I love me some orbs. 104 room Underspire this week. Well, that's pretty good, right? Anything close to 100's good. Under 100's awesome, and then anything with like 1-0 something is pretty good. I'm still doing my free ones. I want to get my gem stack back to 10k, and then I'm going to go hard at the Underspire. But yeah, that's it for this one. You still have like this is the last chance if you have a question, because I'm going to say bye to everybody and stuff. So you probably have about 3 to 5 minutes, but like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. What do we got tomorrow? I think raid. So I have raid teams as early as I can. I wake up at 4. Sometimes I don't get the video out till like 5:30 because I'm really tired, and it takes me forever to wake up. But I wake up, my alarm goes off at 4, and then I like snooze it 3-4 times, and then I wake up and I sit in the chair for like forever sometimes trying to wake up, caffeinate and stuff, and then eventually my brain starts working and I make the teams, and I gotta get the video out. So I try. I wake up early. It just depends, but most of the time it gets out with the 5 in it. Sometimes 5:01, sometimes 5:59, but somewhere in there. Then weekly preview still happening. It just does not have the Underspire Epic Trials on it anymore, but it still has the Soul Forge and the Epic, Event Key drop table and the Trait Stone and the Glory Shop and the campaign. It still has a lot of good stuff on it, so let you know what's going on the whole week and stuff. Epic Trials broken out to its own video now, and I'm pretty good at it. I usually have the strategy down right away, so, and I'll show you on video. I'm not just gonna theorize and like talk about. You'll see a battle at least. Underspire, that's one where I'm not going to the 7th boss, but I can show you some teams where it'll get you pretty far, and you can at least do your free battles and then go from there. It'll help you in the first few days at least, and then a lot of the time it'll still work all the way, but you might have to adjust a little bit. Yeah, that's what's going on tomorrow. Tuesday's faction early and maybe the update. Wednesday's the next live stream at noon EST. And we have a Gems of War After Dark probably coming next weekend, either Friday night or Saturday night. Let me know what works for you. There's a, I think I asked somewhere. I can't remember where. Maybe I'll do a poll. I already got a poll up right now, though. Go vote on it. It's about the reminders for the live stream. Maybe I'll do another poll for which night to do the, I think I already asked, though. I don't know where. I forget. I'll have to go look. Let me know, especially if you're going to be there. If you're not going to be there either way, then don't say Friday or Saturday. Just let the people that are going to be there say it. Unless there's like a higher chance, like, oh, if you did it Friday, then I could make it. But I really prefer people that are actually going to be there to answer. But thanks for joining me today. Livewire, Drager, Sana, Efley, Garth, George. We got Livewire, Sana, K. Oz, Kenji, Brian Walker, Anita, Kenji, Brian, Garth, Sana, Ali, Funky Town, Texas with the 5. Thank you so much. Sana, Livewire, Efley, Anita with the 5. Thank you. Florian's been a member for 7 months. Appreciate that continued support. JM Ricks with the 15 months. Appreciate that too. Kenji Suka. Kenjit Suka. Kenjit Suka. JM Ricks, Dr. Mop Sister, and Woofy. Chad the Clip Bomb, thank you so much, man. Dr. Mop Sister is now a sinner and one with the choir. We must pray. Florian, Joe Coke. Joe Coke was here right after the DEA. Not DEA was here today. Chasing Joe Coke. Efley, Stacy, Mike D was here. Tim was here in spirit. Livewire, Florian, and I think Joe was first, and then Florian, and then Livewire. Those are the first 3 people here. Appreciate that. Helps a lot. And then let's go to fan funding, keeping the doors open and the lights on, the train business. Let's go. Chad with the 2 ran out there. Trey came right behind him and got the rag in the you know, that sounded kind of crazy. Dr. Mop Sister ran out with the Taylor Swift, got the engine started. JM Ricks, been a member for 15 months. That does help. Anita said, it's time to go. Let's go. Funky Town says, I'm going to do an underdoggy. Keep it going for a little bit longer. And that is it. Appreciate that, though. Keeps the lights on. The doors open. You guys are the producers of the stream today. And the credits, you're a producer. Biker Lemon was here. Thank you for being here. I am out of here, though. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Good about channel down below. Say it again. You guys are the best. Peace out. Any questions, just put it in the comments. Discord, I'll check it like once a day. You know, I'm still here for you. Just leave a comment or something, or Discord or whatever. Later. Garth, Anita, Biker Lemon, Dreger, Sana. Peace out. Good luck.